Hi, good morning. Welcome to the channel. My name is Collette. This is my allotment plot. And so is this. Now, it is the 2nd of May, which means we have a nice new list, which I will put just here. Now, I've kind of highlighted the bits and pieces that I want to kind of try and get through first. And I can actually tick some of this off the list because I've had quite a busy week. Peppers and the aubergines and the cucumber are all at the plot already. And I've sown the pumpkins and I've sown the runner beans. So I can tick those off too. The tomatoes, I have just bought them. My God, they are huge. So they're going to have to go in the polytunnel. Whether I get that done today or tomorrow, I don't know. We'll try for today. And then water and manure, the polytunnel and greenhouse. I have been coming up here every day to try and just get some water in the soil and the compost in the polytunnel and the greenhouse. And I'm literally just watering bare soil at the moment because it's just so dry. I have also bought up some bagged manure, rotted down manure, to kind of help this situation. So I will be putting that in both the greenhouse and the polytunnel and getting as much water in there as I can. The situation has definitely improved over the course of the week. So that is going to be on today's list. And ideally, I want to plant out everything in the greenhouse and evict the contents of the greenhouse onto the plot. I'm going to have to kind of make a makeshift netted area for what I haven't managed to plant out yet. And then that will be a job for another day. So we will start with that, I think. Greenhouse eviction again. I feel like it just looks like a different greenhouse. So I have the lettuces left over here and everything else is gone. I'm going to do some weeding. Over here is the contents of the greenhouse. I've put a net over the brassica section. We will deal with all of this later on today. First of all, we're going to get aubergine and peppers and chillies planted out in here. The trouble I'm having with the greenhouse, quite honestly, I mean, that's 30 degrees in there currently with the window open and the door open, and it is 9:30 in the morning on not a desperately hot day. I've been up here in the week and that has been sort of 50 degrees, 48, 50 degrees. Everything is just baking. It's drying out. And I don't want things to die because they've dried out in the greenhouse. And as much as I water, they are just drying out so fast. So it's time for a lot of this to fend for itself outside. And the things that do want to be in the warm to be planted out. So we'll start with the weeding in the greenhouse. Then we'll get some manure in there and some water and then some crops. So this is just your standard, there is more mare's tail, shop bought manure. I'm going to put 2 of these down in here. My plan was kind of that these lettuces would be done and finished by the time I put the peppers in, but they're not. And I've failed miserably to actually germinate anymore because I think it's just too hot in here for them to germinate. So I'm going to leave them where they are, assuming that I can, and put the aubergines and the peppers and chilies in kind of around them. So going to get this in first, get some water put down, and then we will bring in the aubergines and the peppers and the chilies. Oh, that looks like lovely stuff, doesn't it? Look at that. We are ready to plant out. I have got 3 aubergines. These have just been sat soaking in some water. All 3 are Black Beauty, I believe they are. So we have those. And then we have various chilies and peppers. Couple of these are looking a little bit worse for wear because they were at a slight angle and they didn't they didn't suck up any water. So these are the slightly grumpy ones. I do have spares at home. I have kept a full set of everything. What we do have though is basket of fire. So he's looking happy and he's got some lovely little buds on him already that I might actually take off. What else do we have? Red King pepper. So put him over that side slightly. This is the chili, the peppers that I grew from just the seeds at Tesco's, the Tesco's pepper that I had at home, and I just thought I'd see if they germinated. They did. So he can go over there with the peppers. We have a rather dinky little Havana Gold, Trinidad Perfume. What else have we got? Vinquinto Reds. So these are tiny little ones. Little pearl peppers, I call them, or little pearl chilies. They're not particularly hot, but they are lovely. Jalapeno. A very grumpy cayenne at the moment, so he's going to stay sat in there for a little while. Turkish pickling, again, was a grumpy one because he was sat at a funny angle. And a habanero orange. I will see if they perk up over the next couple of hours while I'm down here, having had a drink of water. If not, I will bring the spares from home. Let's get out the ones that we've got here, and I think I've got some spare of these little pearl ones, so I might actually just bring them down too because I really like those. Right, please cheer up. I'll be really sad. We did so well up until this point. Come on, guys. Right, let's get them in. greenhouse done. That looks, do you know what? It just looks wonderful. Just planted out with what's actually meant to be in it. I am thinking though, can you actually see? Let's bring you in. I'll show you around properly in a minute. I am thinking though, what I'm thinking is before I move on to the polytunnel, I want to sort out the chaos that I have now created. Because otherwise I'm going to get towards the end of the day and kind of not have a plan for it. So I think I'm going to use these shelves and kind of put things back up on it, or put things down on the bottom, cover things with nets that need to be, give everything a good water. And I think this will kind of be tomorrow's jobs, planting out in bits and pieces that they can live a night outside. Oh, guys, it's going to be your first night out. Oh my God. Do you think they're excited? Do you think that they know what I'm saying? I do talk to the plants quite a lot. Right, yes. I'm going to organise these bits and pieces, and then we'll head over onto plot 2 into the polytunnel, and we'll plant out the humongous tomatoes that are currently still in the boot of the car, getting a bit of fresh air. And I'll check the list. We'll take some things off the list too. So I've had a nice tidy up over here. Let me put you on the big pile of canes. So I have kind of just tried to put everything behind a net the best I can. I will pin this down before I leave, and I've tried to make it so that sort of as little of the brassicas touch the edge as possible. I have had some nibbling on the brassicas, which is a little bit random because they have been in the greenhouse. So I've had a good search around on them and I can't find anything obvious that's nibbled. So I'll have another little look at those. I've left the sort of flowery type plants out. They can do their thing out here for the night. And we're going to head over now onto plot 2 with the tomatoes. Let's go and get them out of the boot. First things first, I'm going to give these all a good glug of water just while they sit and wait. And then we'll make a start on doing the same process really for the polytunnel, only it's now later in the day. I don't have a thermometer in there, but it feels even warmer. Let's get some water on these tomatoes and we will make a good start. So for the eager-eyed of you, you may notice I now have bark in the greenhouse over on the other side where we've just been, and the polytunnel. That is not all. I in fact have all the bark that I now need because we had a secret surprise bark delivery this week. One of the other plot holders, his brother works in tree chopping, and he brought down a great big load of bark for some of us plot holders. So I got the plot finished. Minor oversight on my part. I of course need some supports in here for the tomatoes, which is also on the list. I did, however, completely forget to actually do it as part of planting out the tomatoes. So I am just currently putting a row of bamboo canes across here. I will do the same on the other side, and then the back will be a piece that kind of links between the two. And what I will then be using is the string trick to kind of keep them upright, and that will be the sort of anchor point for that string at the top end. It's very warm here, very warm. I will time lapse this piece because I'm probably going to mess it up. Bear with, and we will get some tomatoes out any time now. Just looked down to find the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life on my arm. Bloody hate spiders. I am sweating. Oh, I stomped on it. Oh, I hate spiders. It was like one of the ugly spiders too. I'm pretty sure I found him while I was pulling up that cardboard. And I just kind of left him to his little spider life and thought, no, I'll do the good thing. And then I looked down while I was just doing the raking around and it was on my arm. It was like this big. Right. Before today, I didn't know eyelids could sweat. They can. We're about ready for tomatoes to go in though. Thank goodness. Then we'll go and do something a little bit cooler. The one cucumber I'm happy to plant out. The reason I'm not happy to plant them out is because they went a bit yellow. I have potted them on and they do seem to have livened up a little bit, but this one is happy enough. This is just one of the patio snackers. And then Mr. Brussels gave me this. So that saves me making one cucumber ladder. And you kind of put the top piece in there and then stretch them out. So I'm going to plant one in the greenhouse here. See how he gets on, and so I have started some more cucumbers. They haven't come through yet, so if these ones don't do much, they will be the ones that go in instead. Let's get this cucumber in and then give the polytunnel a good water. That was in fact not everything that needed to be planted out today in the polytunnel. I forgot the basil. I have now got that put in. I have a mixture of green basil, purple basil. I sowed this back in, the beginning of February. The not so happy cucumbers are behind me. I'm going to give all of this a water and I'm going home. That is me done for the day. I have 3 chilies that I didn't plant out, which were the 3 that were looking very grumpy. They have improved significantly for having been sat in some water. This one is still not looking very good. That one is right as rain, to be fair. And the cayenne, again, is looking far, far happier. I will, however, bring down the spares and repairs. Really pleased to see that we have some germination also on the squashes and the courgettes and the pumpkins. So that is nice to see. And I tell you what, something else that made me really happy, the tulips are all going over. That's not what made me happy. But the alliums now are bursting into life, which is so nice because it was looking a bit bare once the daffodils went and then the tulips were finishing. And I forgot that I even had the alliums in. So that's really nice to see. I will probably have done a couple of shots of those. I've given everything else water. We are due a storm. Whether or not it comes, who knows? But I'm not going to trust the weather because we've had this conversation before, haven't we? It lies. But I have, where's our list? There's our list. What else can we tick off? Planting out in the polytunnel, we've done that. Manure and water all the polytunnel and greenhouse, we have done that too. Cucumber frames we haven't done. We obviously used the one that Mr. Brussels gave us. There's Breeze. I will need to make a couple more though, and I'm going to do that well in advance of needing to plant out the cucumbers that are coming on at home. Oh, tomato supports. We did that too because we forgot to highlight that on the list, didn't we? Oh, and wood chip delivery and put down wood chip. We don't need to do that either. Oh my God, we've done loads. We've virtually completed May. Right, planting out done, greenhouse evicted. Those guys are going to have a nice night out over there. If they come home drunk, I will be very disappointed. Tomatoes are in, and I've got heat stroke. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you again soon.